That fight was originally scheduled for July, but Tyson recently suffered a flare-up of an ulcer that impacted his training schedule. The former heavyweight champion says he's fully recovered now. Ever since the fight between Jake and Mike Tyson was announced, everyone has expressed their worry about Mike's age. Even though Mike has been posting training videos showing us how ferocious he is, it seems that his age has finally caught up to him after a recent injury in Mike's training. This fight might just die off as a dream.
No, because you're the highest man alive.
Highly anticipated bout between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, scheduled for November 15th at Atant Stadium in Arlington, Texas, has had the boxing world talking for months. However, the big question on everyone's mind isn't just who will win. Rather, many are now wondering if the fight will actually happen at all, with mounting concerns about Tyson's health and the fight already being postponed. Once there is real doubt creeping in about whether this heavyweight showdown will even reach fight night. Tyson has had his fair share of battles, not just in the ring, but with his body as well. In May, he experienced a medical emergency described by his team as an ulcer flare-up, which forced the fight to be postponed. This incident not only raised concerns about Tyson's ability to continue with the fight, but also reminded everyone that Tyson is no longer the young, fierce lion he once was. While Tyson still shows confidence and maintains that warrior spirit, his body seems to be saying something entirely different.
Don't charge at me.
Even though Tyson wants to show the world that he's still got that fire in him, there's no denying the wear and tear his body has endured over the years. This is a man who once held the heavyweight championship of the world, terrifying opponents with his power and speed. However, as the saying goes, Father Time remains undefeated, and it's beginning to look like Tyson's body may not be able to keep up with his heart's desires. The ulcer issue Tyson suffered in May is concerning enough, but it seems to be just the tip of the iceberg. Dr. Lawrence Kaczynski, a gastroenterologist from Chicago, has pointed out that the issue may not just be an isolated flare-up. He suggests that Tyson's ongoing use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory pills, or NIDs, like aspirin or propin, which are commonly used by older athletes to manage pain, could increase the likelihood of further ulcer problems. And apparently, it seems that this problem is up again. If you remember correctly, the fight had to reduce the length of the rounds for Tyson. But even with that, he has been working himself out in the gym, and in one of his recent training sessions, the condition shot up again, forcing Mike's corner to rethink about this fight. One more add to that, the fact that Tyson has been seen in recent years using a cane and even a wheelchair. Just recently, he was spotted in a wheelchair at the Miami International Airport, relying on a cane due to ongoing back issues. For a fighter who once took pride in his physical dominance, these health problems paint a troubling picture. Even if his mind is ready to step into the ring, his body might not be able to withstand the grueling demands of boxing at this stage of his life. On the other side of the ring stands Jake Paul, the YouTube sensation turned boxer. While many might dismiss Paul due to his lack of traditional boxing experience, he's proven that he can be a dangerous opponent with youth on his side. Jake Paul is 27 years old and has spent the past few years taking boxing seriously, training hard and collecting wins in the process. Though critics have questioned the caliber of his opponents, he has demonstrated knockout power and surprising tenacity.
We're out there saying we think Mike's too old for this fight. Tell him what you think about that.
If you think I'm too old for this fight, you need to come tell me in my face.
Whoa.
I love you, Mike.
Same.
And I'm very nervous for you. And I care about my brother. And I know the path he's on right now, and it's ruthless. You got to take him serious, Mike.
I take him extremely serious. These people don't take him serious. This is what I learned through my 58 years of experience. Anyone's capable of killing you. So you should be apprehensive.
Some might argue that Paul lacks the experience to take on someone as seasoned as Tyson, but Tyson's declining health may tilt the odds more in Paul's favor than many realize. After all, boxing isn't just about skill, it's about endurance, strength, and resilience. Even if Tyson's skills remain sharp, his body could betray him during the fight. An experienced and dangerous Mike Tyson could indeed tear through Jake Paul, But this version of Tyson might struggle to go the distance, giving Paul the opportunity to capitalize. Jake Paul's strategy might revolve around outlasting Tyson. While he may not have the same power or technique, he does have youth, endurance, and stamina, which could prove fatal to Tyson's chances. In fact, some experts believe that Tyson's health might cause the fight to end prematurely, whether due to a knockout or even a stoppage from the referee. While Paul may not be considered a traditional boxer, underestimating him could be a big mistake for Tyson and his team. Next voice. His as the November date near. The biggest question remains, will the fight actually happen, or will it be officially canceled? The fact that the fight has already been postponed once due to Tyson's health doesn't inspire much confidence. While both camps are preparing and promoting the event, there's a real sense that this fight might not make it to fight night. Tyson's medical issues, particularly his ulcer and ongoing back problems, raise serious concerns about whether his body can handle the rigorous training required, let alone the actual fight. According to Mange, communications manager for the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation, the usual pre-fight physicals will be conducted the day before the fight, as is standard protocol for combat sports in Texas. However, with Tyson's recent health issues, there is some uncertainty about whether additional medical tests will be required before the fight. These physicals are usually enough to ensure fighters are fit to compete, but Tyson's case may call for more comprehensive testing to ensure his.
Get it ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
While Mike Tyson doesn't necessarily need the money from this fight, he's been clear that he enjoys the thrill of competition and wants to put on a show for his fans. That being said, there's nothing stopping him from walking away if he feels his health is truly in jeopardy. After all, he has a family to think about, and risking further injury or even a life-threatening condition for a payday may not be worth it. A last-minute change of heart from T.I., particularly if he experiences another health scare, is not out of the question. Eddie Hearn, a voice that has been in this talk for months, has added to his concerns on the fight. In a recent interview, Hearn laid out